Hello and welcome to another episode of the Maverick Mystic Arts podcast. For training opportunities, please see the links in the description. In today's episode, we're going to discuss sleep training. So the two most basic ways to begin with sleep enhanced exercises is to become aware of the processes that we go through as we fall asleep and as we wake up. Okay? So when we are falling asleep, there are many different processes that the body goes through and that the mind goes through and that the astral body goes through that are part of that defabrication of congealed consciousness from the daytime living. Okay? And we want to become aware of these as they exist naturally, and you'll start to notice a whole series of events that take place, right? Now, the next phase would be to become aware of processes that occur as we come back into consciousness when we wake up in the morning. And there are many that we go through. For those who have some semblance of awareness upon waking, you might be familiar with the sensation of coming into some type of awareness and consciousness of waking life, and at the same time being aware that you have yet to pick up your identity. So this is a very, very cool experience when we come into wakefulness, but from a place devoid of identity. And the result of this is that there is no physical pain, no astral pain, no mental pain, right? We're essentially in a state prior to the attachment to identity. And in this state, it's quite blissful, and we have very easy access to quite profound layers of release, right? Very profound access. And this gives us an opportunity to really, really explore some deep Akashic resonance when it comes to tuning in to our personal Akashic consciousness and really start to release through that vehicle, right? That aspect of ourselves. It's a wonderful, wonderful doorway, right? Now, as we work this, of course, there's a light component that arises, and we get to explore this release, this place of non-identity. And this is a very easy way to tap into that, right? Once we have become aware of a particular quality, then we can train that more specifically when we are more conscious. We have touched something, which makes it that much easier to get back to a similar place, not exactly the same, but similar place, and work with it again, okay? We want to be wary of the tendency of the desire to reproduce experience, right? That very rarely leads to a sincere integration with the new moment and moments that are occurring. So we want to be quite open as we go through this to allow the current experience to manifest as fully as possible without trying to interrupt it with these ideas of what, may have happened the last time we experienced something, okay? So, this waking up in the morning prior to identity, this is an absolute goldmine of potential when it comes to progressing with the nitty-gritty of the depths of the spiritual path when it comes to release, okay? When it comes to the dissolution and liberation from identity. And it's so fascinating because we'll go through these periods where, you're waking up, everything's amazing, and then we literally remind ourselves why we should feel bad, or why we should feel anxious, or why we should feel depressed, or whatever, why we should feel exhilarated and happy and excited. But before all of the past catches up, all of the memories of identity, physically, astrally, mentally, before all of this comes into the foreground, right? We have this blissful freedom prior to the engagement of the identity. So to explore this, we just start asking ourselves to become a little bit more aware of those moments when we're falling asleep and when we're waking up. Now, this is so much easier in the absence of an alarm when you're waking up, so it might be the type of thing that you explore on weekends or vacations. It's a real tricky thing when you actually have to set an alarm and wake up. We want to be able to elongate the process so we can really get to know the different phases. Going to sleep might be a little bit easier. Just be careful that you don't rob your ability to actually drift off into full sleep by trying to be so aware that you stay fully awake, because then it's tricky to rest, okay? So this is just very much an introduction to this topic, and if you're interested in more on that, check out Dream Yoga. There's a lot of stuff with Tibetan culture and dream yoga, lucid dreaming. These types of things will help with some processes that we can work through to enhance these functions. Okay, the reason I like this waking up in the morning one is that it really gets to the crux of the spiritual process and the crux of what holds us back from everything that release offers, which is the attachment to the identity. So once you've really tapped into this in that state, that just post waking up state, then you can start to bring this into your meditations, right? You can bring this into your meditations, and you can focus on this from the standpoint of, say, finding a type of union with this state. So a type of mergence and samadhi and concentration with this state. This would be what I'd call a soft samadhi, because it is based off of total release. You also have harder samadhi, which would be based off of sort of latching on to your object and really focusing hard. Both generate different types of Akashic qualities. So this is a really, really nice one. And it feels really good. It's quite liberating if you have pain that you work with physically, astrally, mentally. And I definitely would suggest exploring it. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this. Thanks for your time. If you're interested in training, please check out the website. I have a Qi Gong program, which also is all about Hermetic alchemy and meditation. There's also a Tai Chi program, and we have the Zenden, which is a Q&A video reference library. So any questions you have on the training, I get videos up for you there in answer to those. And outside of that, I do offer the occasional private lesson via video online. So we just need to organize that. So you can contact me via email for that. All right, thanks for your time. Hope you enjoyed this. See you next time. Bye.